realize the dunk contest is on a different night.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
Tatum passes to Halliburton. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Durant.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Brunson kicks to Tatum. 6 to shoot. Brunson the pass to Embiid. Jokic grabs the miss. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's James. The layup off target. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the East. Goes up on the high post. It's rebounded by the West. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Right wing. Some nice passing here by the West. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Jokic.
Yeah, that barrel-chestedness of Harden. So much strength and body control. It's hard to stop him from scoring.
And the East with some changes. Giannis, he's checked in for Tatum. Cunningham comes in for Halliburton. Young is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Then for the West All-Stars, Davis is checked in for Jokic. Doncic comes in for James. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for James Harden. Bucket is good.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
Embiid against Davis. Embiid kicks to Young. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And we tend to focus on the outside shooting with Young, but his in-between game is just as lethal.
KD, a screen on Cunningham. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And Davis sends it back.
Got to be careful putting up a shot around Anthony Davis.
Edwards looking it over. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The three for Doncic. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. Doncic has got 13.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Young pass to Embiid. The West All-Stars pull it in. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Doncic outside. Impressive work inside from Doncic.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Young pass to Embiid. And another miss by the East. The West All-Stars with the ball. This run now up to 13-2. Outside, KD. Doncic kicks to KD. Pass to Davis. Doncic with it. Fires for 3. Doesn't go that time. And so it's the West All-Stars. heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this. One half remaining in the NBA All-Star game. Good to have you along on 2K Sports.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
Young is out there with Cade Cunningham. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Adebayo in its center. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Now, here's Doncic. 15 points in the game. Jokic sets the screen for Doncic. Over Cunningham. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And the All-Star MVP award, always such a prestigious honor. And it's becoming clear who that honor is going to be bestowed upon this year.
And with the game he's having, it's hard to envision anybody else winning.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
You know what separates Doncic from most players, he's really calm under pressure, great poise. You can't speed him up. He plays at his own pace.
Free throws good from Doncic.
You know, from the moment Luka entered the league, despite the naysayers, he's been a star, a legitimate star. And that's something you don't see very often.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Young against Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
No hesitation from Adebayo there. Had to love seeing him taking this shot with confidence.
Wembanyama, a screen on Young. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Here's Young, and the layup is good. Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
When you watch Young, there's a courage to his game.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to talk to his guys. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Doncic. Doncic converts inside.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Young. Pass to Adebayo. Clock at 6. The three from Tatum. It's rebounded by the West. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Loads it up for Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
With strong athleticism, Adebayo can finish just about any lob with his large catch ratings.
Cunningham against Doncic. Over Cunningham, and it's Doncic missing. The East trail by 10. Antetokounmpo finds Young. From deep. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Wembanyama with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Here's Doncic. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Davis down low. Adebayo on him. And Davis gets it to go on the assist from Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:10 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Young. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
On the wing, Doncic. Covered by Giannis.
Luka Doncic is a do-it-all player. I mean, he does everything for this team, including being a walking triple-double threat on a game-by-game basis.
And some changes here for the East. Embiid, he's checked in for Adebayo. Franz Wagner comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Cunningham. LeBron's checked in for the West. Edwards comes in for Anthony Davis. James against Tatum. James kicks to Jokic. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Edwards. The muscle from Edwards.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Count it, good. Young's got 12 in the game.
He's really clever with the basketball. Young's so advanced offensively. Excellent pull-up jumper there.
Doncic passes to Jokic. Here's Edwards. Missed inside. And so it's the West All-Stars looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, we're back on a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star Game.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the 4th quarter going. We've got Luka Doncic. Durant is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Davis at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Hey, you have to have pity for the defense right there. I mean, LeBron is an absolute load down low.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach. for the West All-Stars.
Well, throughout this game, they've been lighting it up from mid-range. I love seeing that. They've made that the focus of their offense, and it's really paid off.
And also, they took advantage of their quickness, got inside and blew through the open lanes. Great job of attacking the paint.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And both free throws, good for James.
Boy, LeBron just continues to perform at a very high level, which is simply incredible when you consider his age.
Cunningham's shot is off.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's James. Nice defense from Wagner.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper.
Oh!
My goodness.
Now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one will be worth some points in the dunk contest.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. It's Giannis with the drive, and Giannis Antetokounmpo throws it down hard.
Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Wagner. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Butler. With the fadeaway. Count that one.
Tough shot from Bam. But, man, he is so capable of knocking down that mid-range.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results.
And here is Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Edwards. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. The 11-footer. Giannis kicks to Adebayo. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside Edwards. Pass to Davis. East grabs the miss. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low. Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Once Giannis gets that close to the rim, you know that he'll do everything he can to make the finish happen.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Catching up on changes for the West. Jokic, he's checked in for LeBron. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Edwards.
And you know what? He's been on the big stage, guys, and he's been at his absolute best.
And Greg, barring something unforeseen, I think we know who the All-Star MVP is going to be. He's already got one hand on that trophy.
A bad man on the offensive end. Young can really be a menace with his shooting.
Doncic brushes off the contact and hits.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
.121 left here in the fourth quarter. Young against Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. The 3. The West All-Stars pull it in. They led by as many as 18 points. Doncic with it. Outguarded by Giannis. Doncic. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. And here is the East now. It's a 13-point game. Cunningham's shot is off.
No wonder he's been off the mark. I think he's been a little bit too much in the background, uninvolved so far tonight.
Young with the steal. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. Tatum wide open, he fires one. Cans it from downtown.
It's not all about him out there. Giannis, a real example of a team-first guy.
Here's Doncic. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. And that's now 30 points for Luka Doncic. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Young. Jokic grabs the miss. And the West can just let the clock run down from here. And here's Doncic from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, direct your attention to center court for the presentation of the most valuable player.